Let me know when you're ready, Rob.
Right.
1, 2, 3. We on the air.
Y'all already know what it is. Reentry Rob, LWAP Radio. We got a special guest. We got an exclusive show because we're going to talk about not only me sitting here after 28 and a half years in prison, but what it took to get here and the people that supported me. But we're going to talk to, we're going to have my girl. You my girl, right?
You told him I'm your girl.
All right, this is my girl, y'all. We're going to go ahead and have her speak from her perspective. A lot of women on the outside get a lot of flack for supporting men in prison, for not only going to visit them in prison, but just being there by their side, whether it be a friendship, whether it be a relationship. I think it's hard on both sides, not only on the prisoner side, but also on the relationship side. So I want to go ahead and ask you, first of all, I want you to introduce yourself. I want you to say something a little bit about where you're from, where you reside. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm Leslie Garcia. I reside in Tennessee, originally from North Philadelphia. I have 2 children, and I have 4 beautiful grandsons.
Yesterday, when I told you that I wanted to, bring you on the show to talk about, kind of our relationship. I know it's not easy because it was extremely emotional. It's something that has been private, for many, many years because it took a lot for you to go ahead and get to this point to support me all the way through my incarceration. So let's talk about before that. Let's talk about how we met, like how long we known each other. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember. We met back in 1988, 89 from the same neighborhood, Lehigh. We went to the same school. Originally, we were in the same, one of the classrooms, we were in the same classroom. He used to, we had a bond, actually. I feel like we did have a bond back then, like, even though we just, like, we wasn't always, like, around each other, only, like, in school, you were hanging out, neighborhood, but I really never really hung out with you.
That's crazy, we lived that close.
And we never was so
That's
far.
crazy, 2 blocks away and
Yes.
we never even, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
we didn't know. So, but, I don't know, I just felt like we always had that good friendship, that we always like stay connected. Even though we were not always around each other, we always somehow stay connected.
Yeah.
Bumped into
Friends,
each other,
family.
yeah, yes, definitely. So that just like, I never like, Rob always wanted to like, always trying to get at me, and I'm like, nah,
I thought it was the other way around, but it's cool.
Well, no. Because I look at you as a friend, like, nothing more, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
friend zone.
yep, definitely friend zone. But because he was cool, like he was always cool, calm, always good to talk to. It just came natural for us. I think it's
so it went from, I didn't see you after high school. I think it was
No.
after high school. I see you after high school because at the time you just had your first child.
yes, in '92.
Right. You were working. You were living your life. I was living my life.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I remember being on the visiting room one day at Graterford, and I think it was 2009.
It was definitely 2009.
And I remember seeing your sister Annabelle. And when I seen Annabelle, I asked her how you were doing, and she said, "She doing well. She doing well." And I said, "Listen, give her my number," but I didn't think she was gonna give you my number because I'm saying because it's your sister.
Mm-hmm.
She know what type of sentence I'm serving, so why would she put her sister in a situation where it could get extremely difficult?
Well, ultimately, she knew that we were friends, so she definitely gave me the number.
Right.
So.
And then I remember I wrote you. You wrote back, and then
Yeah.
that doesn't usually go further than that. When we serving, I remember, just serving the type of sentence. I had friends, family. I mean, people disappeared. So, what was it like the very, very first time though that you came to see me at SCI Graterford?
I was happy. I was happy to see you. Just ultimately because, we stayed connected through them years, but just to go visit you that first time, it felt good.
Right.
It felt good just to see my buddy again.
How many years was it though since the last time you seen me?
Wow, Rob.
Right.
It was a long time.
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long time.
Well-
But it felt good. It felt good to see you and just to talk. And
What made you stay?
what made me stay?
Yeah, like, what, was it loyalty, was it love, was it promise?
It was a mixture
something
of all
deeper?
those things. A mixture of all those things. First of all, our friendship. And just the love I felt for you, because it wasn't physical love. It was more emotional love. We got to get to know each other all over again as adults. We knew each other as kids, as teenagers, as young adults, but older adults. We got to sit there and those 3 hours that we had together.
At that point, did you know how much time I had? I mean, there was some.
Definitely knew how much time you had. Yes.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Definitely knew how much time you had, yes. So just to, sit there and talk and just get to know each other all over again, that, and then just the way you spoke about getting out of there. Like, I believed in you.
You truly, well, yeah, but see, people say that all the time that, they believe in you, and that's what keeps you going on the inside. When you got a support team, when you got loved ones, when you have resources, that's what keeps you going. But what kept you going on the outside? Because, we didn't get into this, but we had this conversation before where there were some hard days for you, because when you were looking for that emotional support from your family, from your friends, some of them wouldn't give it to you because of the sentence I had. Leslie, you're young, you're beautiful, you're successful, you have a career, you have your whole life ahead of you. Why are you sitting around waiting on a man who is serving life without the possibility of parole? How difficult was that?
That was very difficult, because it was just a mix of all types of emotions, because the certain people that would talk to me about it was people that I love, and just people that meant a lot to me. So it's just like, when those people come to me and tell me these things, they're like, yeah, I thought about it. That will stay in my head, because it is true. You're serving a life prison. I don't know when you're coming home. I believe that you were coming home, but I don't know when. So I'm just like, they're like, just, I would stay in my thoughts and just think, but I just ultimately think that just all the love that I have for you, and just knowing that the kind of person you were, and the fight that you had in you, I knew you were coming home. I don't know when, but I knew you were coming home.
That's what I think. That's what kept me alive. That's what kept me driving. The fact that I had a family that loved me. My daughter, may she rest in peace, but my daughter always used to push me, Tiffany, my son Rob, grandchildren, my mom being 80 years old, now, God bless her. All those things were motivational factors in my life that got me to this point. But there was also them hard times, like we laughed in the visitor room, but we also cried in the visitor room too. And those was hard moments, like when you got half an hour left in the visit, and I know that you're leaving, and you're going back to a world, and on the inside, we don't know what y'all doing. We all want to believe that our girls are loyal. We all want to believe that our girls are sticking by our side. We got this thing on the inside. We say, your girl out there with Jody. That was a nickname we came up with. You know what I mean? You out there with, with Jody. So, how hard was it when I was coming at you on that tip? Where I was like, are you staying loyal to me and stuff like that? How did you feel? Because you're giving me your all. You're coming up to the prison. Now, I ain't never asked you for no paper. You ain't never had to give me no paper, nothing like that. But coming to see me up the visitor room, taking what you had to take on from your family, friends, loved ones, right? How was that when I asked those questions? Like, yo.
I mean, to me, it didn't really. I mean, I was as real as I can be with you, Rob. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's it. I mean, I knew I was real with you. I wouldn't do that to you or to anybody that I love. Like,
that's what they all say.
No. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm the realist. I'm the realist.
Okay.
Don't play.
Okay.
So when I tell you, you used to ask me those questions, it wouldn't bother me. Because I'm like, that's just natural for somebody that's in jail to think that, that's going through your mind all the time. 'Cause,
Not through your mind.
No, through your mind. when you're
Okay,
in
so
prison.
you know I was cool on this side. I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, I know you were cool.
You know I wasn't with no women.
I mean, you could be with somebody, and that happens in jail too. Like that happens all the time in
what are
jail.
you talking about?
I'm not saying that way. I'm just saying.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about. You know what I'm talking
All right,
about.
all right,
You know we don't gotta get into that.
No, we are gonna get into.
Okay.
You're not talking about anything gay. You're just
No,
talking about
no.
the female
The
aspect.
COs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, the CO.
I mean, I know I'm not naive to that.
All right.
I mean, that happens.
So how
But me and you know how me and you talk. And first, we're friends first.
Right.
Always been. You tell me stuff, I tell you things, and we move past them at that point.
Yeah, but that was early
On. Yes, that's
It's
what
a
I'm saying at
difference
that
when
point.
you have time in.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say.
When you're coming in the visiting room and now you know the same people on Saturday mornings.
Exactly.
You know ladies' names, you know the
Yes,
COs, what coffee
definitely,
they drink, all of that.
definitely.
So let me ask you about that. Coming in that visiting room.
I would have to prepare emotionally, like mentally, the night before.
Why? What like explain
Because
that.
it was a whole process. Get up in the morning, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, so we can beat the traffic. Make sure
45-minute drive.
Make sure you get there on time so you can make that list before it's like.
And I used to grind you like.
And
I
then
need you to
that's
be
the
one or two.
problem.
I need you to be one or two
this
on the list.
man right here will call me the night before. Hey, you better get there at a certain time. Don't be late. So even if my emotions, even the night before, my stomach will be turning. In the morning, just like nervous. Even going in there, like I was 2 years in a row that I was going every weekend. Even until the last day, I would feel the same way because when you get in there, it's just a whole process. You don't know who's going to be there working that day. So you don't know if they got up and wrong side of the bed.
The front desk.
They hating on you. You look cute when you come in because you want to look cute for your man.
Right.
And then
Them jeans too tight.
and you can't wear everything you want, anything you want.
You got metal in your bra.
And then you have to pack a bag just in case they think the shirt's too like revealing or the pants are too tight. You gotta have an extra bag of clothes. If not, you gotta go out and go buy some clothes if you wanna have to visit.
If you got that type of
If
money.
you got the type, it's just a lot that comes with it.
Right.
But as time went on, I was prepared for that. But still, the process is crazy. From signing in to getting called to get your ID, to going back to the getting checked, make sure you don't have nothing on your
Weapons, contraband,
nothing. It's just a whole process.
smuggling drugs, all types.
And then when you get down, there's a relief because you see your loved ones, you see, you're happy. But then again, you're thinking about, I gotta come back next Saturday and go through the whole process. But, when you love somebody, you don't care. You just go with the flow.
I mean,
But it's a process that it's just like, the way they make people feel,
who's that?
the CEOs, the
DOC.
institution, it's just all of them.
All right.
The way they make you feel and what you gotta do to get to see your loved ones makes you, I know why a lot of people give up. Because it's frustrating. I know why they want you to give up. That's what they want ultimately, just to give up.
That's the design, to not make things simple, not only on us, but also on the people that support us.
Exactly.
The less support that we have in prison plays into their ultimate plan to go ahead and have us give up.
Exactly.
So-
And I had days that I was like, I'm not coming back here next weekend.
What?
I had days like that. I'm
When the-
human.
Yeah, but when,
I'm human. Like I would say in my mind,
how
I'm like,
early on in our
babe.
relationship did you do that though? The fuck?
But you get there to, as humans, you get to that point. They get you to that point. You in your mind, you're like, damn, do I want to come back? Do I want to come back? Because it's crazy.
I said we go through a lot.
I know
we go
you
through
do.
emotional too.
You
We wake up in the
do. You
morning. We gotta
do.
get in the shower.
You
It's
do.
35 people in
Definitely.
the shower. His water splashing on me like I'm on some weird shit just to get out to see you in the morning.
I understand that, but
I gotta check to see my man. Yo, you got that oil? He tossing me down oil. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be in it. You naked. Like I gotta go back in the cell. I gotta make sure my shape up's on point. I gotta make sure I eat. I gotta make sure I gotta take a shit. So I don't go out there with the bubble guts. Yeah, we go through a lot
But
of.
we do too. It's both. I know you guys go through a lot. I know.
Oh, well, that's why we're here today.
But
We
that's
want people
what
to
I'm
know
saying.
exactly
Exactly.
what goes on
Mhm.
into not only. They say the A&E special,
Exactly.
where it's all love. They see you watching
No,
the visiting
it's not.
girl. No.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No.
So let me ask you something. How was loving someone who can't be physically there for you? How was that? Because now we got a couple years in now. We got 2-3 years in. We're in a visiting room. I'm all over you. I'm all in your neck. I'm doing whatever I possibly can when the COs ain't looking and everything. So it was like, how was that physically going home? And like, because there's things that went on in that visiting room.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Of course.
Definitely.
let's,
Definitely.
let's talk about.
Okay, so I'm not naive to a lot of but there's certain things. I never went to visit nobody that I love, like relationship wise.
Right.
But when I see the things that went on in that visiting room, I was like, what is going on in here?
Let's get it.
When I
Let's get it.
No, when I used to go in to see Rob, he would, before I even seen what was going on, he would like take a napkin, wet it, and clean my seat. And I'm like, why are you cleaning my seat? Like, what's going on? It's weird.
Right.
You're like, babe, just trust me. Just don't sit down before I clean the seat.
But you thought I had OCD at first.
No, you do.
No.
But then I ultimately like, why are you? He like, babe, you don't want to know. Just let me clean your
Right.
seat. But then when I started, I'm like, wow, like people next to the vending machines try to get it in, outside. When they would open, like in the summertime, they would open the yard and you go outside and chill. Just going in.
Side yard was.
That was.
That's where it went
That
down.
that's what went down.
Aldo said, how'd you feel though, like as a woman? Because it's like, I wanted to be with you emotionally.
Mhm.
I wanted to be with you physically, and there were certain things that you would allow me to do, but you also told me that you had respect for yourself.
Exactly.
And this is not to say that the women that did anything physical in that visiting room didn't have respect for themselves.
Exactly.
That's what I don't think people understand.
Exactly.
That you want to be with a person so bad that sometimes you're even willing to compromise your own beliefs to be with them physically. And then on the male, that's you. That's the female side. I'm not gonna speak to you. You can speak to that yourself. The male side, I don't want nobody being able to see you when you feeling good. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't
Definitely.
want nobody seeing your fuck faces from across the visiting room. Like you my woman at the time. So it's like I don't want that. So what type of pressure did I put on you when I was trying to like do certain things for you, and how did that make you feel?
Sometimes it made me feel like I usually be like I wouldn't. I wasn't down with that. I wasn't down with that.
At first. But go ahead. At first.
Well, because I wanna, ultimately I wanna, make you happy and please you and stuff like that. Because I know it's, it's hard on both of us. But ultimately, it's just like I felt a little pressured, yeah. And I'm like, I used to be mad because I'm like, we were in that banquet.
What happened in the banquet? What happened in the banquet?
The banquet. We had they have a banquet every year for them. So
Yeah, the LaSalle banquet.
he was planning this like for months.
Yeah, it was paid for.
He
We had a
like-
bathroom. It was clean. It was like an apartment. I had it laid out.
planning it.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
like, babe, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. When I get up,
But I already
Hold
hit.
it up.
I already hit before. Though.
babe, no, you never hit.
I
If
hit.
you would have hit, you would have never went to jail.
Oh my bad. Oh my bad.
You would have never got
So how
locked up,
was
baby.
that? How was that though? You came up for the banquet.
Wow,
We had it.
my nerves was already on 100 because I already knew he was already
Oh yeah,
he was already ready.
Oh, I was ready.
And then his mom was there,
My
and
mom? Oh, that was crazy.
you put me. I was so mad that day because
You
I was
was-
like, He's like, when I get
We
up,
planned it.
I know we planned it,
And nobody could see anything. We're going into a
but
place
so then
that,
he says, when I get up, you get up after
Right.
like a couple minutes. So we did that. We in the bathroom,
right.
and then I go in the bathroom, and I'm like, this is not happening. I'm out.
Yo, that was crazy.
His
I was
face was
super
so
hyped.
red.
I was super hyped, ready to go. I was on high.
I'm like, babe, I ain't doing this. I
yeah,
can't.
I was ready to perform.
I know you was.
I was
You
ready
was
to
ready.
perform that day.
You was ready.
But ultimately, look, this is what I'm saying. We laughing about this, but these are things that people have no idea what goes on into a
Mhm.
relationship.
Definitely.
And first of all, I apologize. I love you, but I wanted you.
I know.
As a man, I wanted you to know that what you had and what you had coming. And I also wanted to make sure this is the psychosis of a man,
Mhm.
right? If I break this shit off like I'm supposed to, she ain't going nowhere.
So what about it would have went the other way?
Yeah, well, yeah, it really went the other way. I know you was out. So let me ask you something. Like now we diving into like birthdays. I'm not around. Of course, I could send you. You know, I tried to do little sweet things for you. You know,
Definitely.
let's talk about that.
Always.
What is like a couple of the things that I was able to do for you from prison that you know you were like, damn, motherfuckers on the street ain't even doing this for their women.
Mhm. Well, he would send me flowers. He would said, well, his mom was always the go-to. She would always send me the stuff he wanted, like to the T. Flowers, cards. He sent me for my birthday. My dad had passed away in 2014 in November. He made a clipping in a newspaper saying, like I forget what was the saying.
It said, I whispered in your ear that I love you,
Hmm.
and it was something to the effect that if you want to, you know, I wanted to tell the world.
World,
It's
yeah.
a little different when
It
I
did.
whispered in your ear. I wanted to tell the world, so I put it
Mhm.
in a newspaper, just letting you know that you
Yeah.
were loved and stuff like that. But how did that happen? How'd you get the newspaper?
Well, they were celebrating not celebrating, but my daughter and them, because my dad had just passed away like a couple days before my birthday. So they had a cake for me at my mom's house or whatever. So your mom came by with flowers, you know, and the newspaper. And she's like, turn to page, whatever page it was on. And she said, look at so I turned to that page and I read the clipping, and I was like, I started crying. All my family was like, oh my goodness, that's so cute, that's so nice, or whatever. And I'm like,
Yeah, but they probably they were saying that, but at that point, because we had time in there, I mean, they were probably
Yeah.
like, you're putting your life on hold. So I wouldn't say you're putting your life on hold, but we're talking now. We have over 5 years in. I think this is right around the point where you were going to go to Tennessee.
I was leaving, no.
Or maybe we had like
Well,
7
we started seeing each other again in 2014. We were talking.
Right.
Then ultimately in 2015 we were like in the relationship. So then in 2018 I decided I was moving to Tennessee, but I left in 2019. So we had a conversation about that, and I told him, I said, ultimately, you know, we can still have a long distance relationship. You know, when I come down to see my
I wasn't with
grandkids,
that.
he wasn't with it.
Yeah, I wasn't.
He's like, I can't because I don't want to lose you.
I'm
I
seeing
don't
you
know, I'm
every
not.
week. I'm seeing you every week. I'm speaking to you 3 or 4 times.
But I was,
I had a cell phone at the time. We're in communication. Like we have every single avenue that that could be created in order to us to maintain something that we believed in.
exactly, but I was gonna try my best to keep that, even if I was long distance.
We don't believe
Rob.
that. We don't believe that. Men on the inside don't matter how much you
I
love me, and I
understand.
felt your love. You was leave. You were going to Tennessee, and you told me you was going to maintain this relationship. But this is something. I'm not going to say I didn't believe it. I'm going to say that it's hard. The same way it's hard for you to believe in a man who is serving life without the possibility of parole. But it was also hard for me to go ahead and believe that you were going to go to Tennessee and not find a man.
Yeah.
Or not find someone, you know, that can make you make you feel happy.
Okay, but ultimately, I told you I was leaving to Tennessee. I wasn't gonna go find a new life. I was ultimately just going because my son was having problems in school, and I want to give him a chance to have a better life. So that's why I left. But You were just stubborn, Rob. You stubborn. I'm stubborn too.
How did that
But
feel?
it felt, I was hurt. I was mad. I was hurt because I'm like, this man tells me every day
You
he
did pretty
loves
good.
me.
You did pretty good
Okay,
and not
but
showing it.
Babe, but ultimately, I was very hurt. I was mad. When I left Tennessee, I lost, no contact with Rob. Because I was so mad. He was still writing me. He was trying to call me. He would have other people try to call me to get in contact with me. And I was just so upset that I wouldn't even.
Because I believed in what we had. When you sitting in that cell each and every day, like I said this on previous shows, that you go in 24-hour increments. Like, you want to believe that today I'm good. You want to get to the next day. But when you have somebody, you come to see me every single week.
Mm-hmm.
You're sending me pictures.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing everything we possibly can to stay emotionally, committed to what we had. So I'm specifically made sure that I wrote this question that says, do you feel like the world gives grace to wives and girlfriends of soldiers, but not to the wives and girlfriends of prisoners? Seems like you see this on the news. You say, "Oh man, she's supporting him. He's going to war. He's going away." But it's the same thing. I went away.
You went away. Exactly. No, they don't give grace to the women that want to be there for prisoners. No, not the same grace. They should. They should. Definitely.
How do we? Because I want to fast forward to now that I'm home.
Mm-hmm.
How hard has it been to? Because I know what they were telling you. He coming home. He ain't coming home to you. He been incarcerated for 28 and a half years. If you think he come to fuck home and be loyal and be, this and that, blah, blah. So how hard was that?
It's been the hardest 3 months. Hard. It's been so hard emotionally. Everything. It's just.
What are some of the hardest things? Like, discuss it.
Just just not being able to be with you. There.
'Cause
All this time that I waited for
long
you.
distance relationship.
All this time that I waited for him to come home. When he came home, I wasn't there. And I'm not there. I'm still not here in Philly. And that's why I try to communicate with Rob and tell him that it's so important for a long distance relationship. You have to have consistency, loyalty, and respect. Love is there. It's already there. But to keep that love going, that's the 3 things that you need. Because the love is there already. But to keep that love flowing, you need those 3 things.
Got 2 more questions.
Go ahead.
You're doing good.
Go ahead.
I want to ask you, what does the future look like for us?
The future for me, I think about the future all the time with us. Even before when you came home. It looks good. I just need you. We just need to focus on what is important for us. Like, what's important for me, what I want and need to keep this relationship going. You already know. We've had multiple conversations about that.
You trust me?
I trust you.
Even with
If
all
I didn't trust you, I wouldn't be with you.
Even
Because
with
I'm not
everything?
going to put myself through all that mental stuff. And no, if I don't trust you, I can't be with a person. If I can't trust you, I'm not going to be with you.
How do you feel knowing that I'm coming home and it's just
It was hard
it's
for me.
just
It was
women
very
everywhere.
hard. Exactly. And that's what we spoke about.
specific type of women?
Exactly. Yes. It was hard for me. It was very hard for me. And we had a lot of conversations about that. I'm not going to front. It's hard. Whoever says it's not hard is hard. Especially when you love somebody for real. Genuinely. And the connection we have. Because first of all, we were friends first. So that it made it even better for us to love each other. The way we love each other.
Do you think women in your position get enough credit? Because behind every strong man is a strong woman. I will return my life conviction. If you didn't support me, if you didn't love me, if you weren't by my side, if I didn't have all these things that ultimately kept that drive alive, I wouldn't be here. So I want to end with this. What would you say to the mothers, to the sisters, to the wives, to people that support someone on the inside? Because we had a conversation the other day in the studio, and there was a couple people that said, it was a couple students, they was like, man, I ain't waiting for no dude in prison. Like, soon as he checked in, I checked out.
Yeah.
Like, this was, and I was thinking that the younger generation was like, nah, we rocking this. Nah, it wasn't none of that. Them girls was like, we out.
Definitely. I could see that because, but I don't know. Ultimately, I just feel as though when you want to support somebody, even if it's a friend,
Tell the wives, tell the sisters, tell
yeah,
the mothers.
even if it's just a, you know, if your mother, a friend, a girlfriend, a wife, just, I feel as though these men that are incarcerated,
And women for that matter.
and women
Shout
too.
out to the women
Yes,
that serve the same
definitely,
sentences and they
definitely,
don't get the same type
definitely.
of publicity and support.
Even if it's not even if you're not in a relationship, these men need your support regardless. Just a letter, a phone call that you pick up. They need that because they're human. They're whatever reason they're incarcerated for, you gotta just put that in the back burner. Just like they're still human. They're not, you know. You gotta support these men and women.
Listen, this is LWAP Radio, Reentry Rob. I'm here with my girl Leslie Garcia, someone who supported me on the inside. She's trying to let y'all know, if you're supporting someone on the inside, you love them, stick by them. Look at our story. I was told I would die in prison in 1997. She was told that she would never, ever experience being with me on the outside. We here today. Check this out, Fridays, LWAP Radio, 11 to 12. We're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, we're on all major platforms. You got any questions, you want to come on the show, you want to talk about the same thing, your wife, your sister, your daughter, you want to talk about those same issues, you want to go ahead and get your opinion out there, you want people to understand why you love and support the person you do on the inside, come on the show, LWAP. We did it. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.